I was sent this awesome precision ruler by HONGDUI, the HD38 TrueMark Ruler, and was wondering how I could integrate it into my shop, and more so, do a review about it. That is more than simply drawing a few lines and showing that it's, of course, precise. I was thinking about angles and something that seems simple, but not that easy to do, and thought about an octagon, and more so, a stop sign. Let's use this ruler to set up a box with help of its two units to draw lines, which they call line masters. This lets you save settings from measure to measure, like this set of parallel lines I'm going to use to make a square. Here I can move the square away from the side of the ruler, just aligning the two pieces to my last line, and then it'll be the same length. Now here comes the math to do the octagons. Pretty simple, just multiply a side length by 0.2929, then mark points from each corner there. From there, I'm just setting my ruler to 45 degrees, and from its flip side, I can access all the same readings, just now at an angle. Trace a line from those points to the next side at 45 degrees and you'll end up with an octagon. Measure to make sure, and yep, all the same length. Perfect octagon. That easy. The ruler comes with an awesome wall mount, so you can set this in reach, always ready to be used. Now to cut this, I could use a jigsaw or the bandsaw, but I've got a nicer, straight, cleaner way to do this. If you've been watching my channel lately, you've seen the HONGDUI hooked on wood clamps for the track saw, and that's what I'll use today. The same person invented both this ruler and those hinges. They're really great products from Hooked on Wood, and I'm super happy to get to try them out for the channel. With this, I basically have a giant miter saw that can cut stuff at any angle without a fence, perfect safe crosscuts. I start with the 4 sides, then for the corners it's the same. Just align the line I traced to the side of the track and slice away with the track saw. Great clean results. Please like and subscribe. I got a lot coming up in 2026, and this helped the channel reach a ton of new people. Thanks to all subscribers. This is some used plywood shelves that I took down, so I'll give it a sanding. The second side was painted and a little rough too. This whole paint needs a mixing, but it's still good as you'll see. I paid less than $10 for this. The orange box store sells rejected colors, and that's where I get most of the paint I use on this channel. This is outdoor paint, and so is the red I'll be using next. So when you sell something like this, make sure it can go outside. It raises its value and ups the potential buyers. I painted the whole thing white. It'll act as a decent primer for the red, and I won't have to do white details. Here I'm measuring the height of the letters I want. I could use paper printer and make stencils, but I have a laser engraver, so I'm going to make this a little more fun. With those sizes noted down, I found the font that looks like a stop sign and cut the letters onto an 8 MDF on my WeCreate Vision Pro. It was done in less than 3 minutes, leaving me with a crisp stencil and letters. I'm using the stencil for alignment and some craft glue to keep them down. I should have taken the S and the T out beforehand, but it's all good. I measured from the side a little bit less than the width of the letters for the white outline. Tape that all up before we get to painting red. Using the rest of this old can of paint, I painted the negatives of all those letters and outline. This was the satisfying part, not gonna lie. Remember when I said I wouldn't be painting white details? Well, those didn't hold down as well as I thought with the craft glue. Here's me doing white details. This was worth it. It looks pretty bad out of the stencil, but now I like it. After a few hours in a ruined white t-shirt, while I backed up to look at my finished result, I leaned onto the brush. This is done. I'm adding a simple frame, hook, zigzag, saw blade thing, and up to the wall it goes. I'm not going to sell this, but for now I think I'm gonna make it MDF one and post it on the marketplace. It would be easier to make more consistent with that material. This rough plywood had paint seep through its details. That said, I made this one for me and I'm happy with it. Thanks to HONGDUI for the tools. I left links in the description to everything. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and see you next time.